What's up and welcome to No Cap MMA. In today's video, we are going to be doing a prediction for Namajunas versus Cortez. So let's jump into it. First fight, we have Montel Jackson versus Damon Blackshear. I'm going to go with Montel Jackson by decision. I think Damon Blackshear is really good. He arguably beat Mario Batista. In my opinion, he beat him. And that was on a week's notice after he submitted a guy with a twister. So he's very talented, good grappler. Good grappling defense and reversals, but I think Montel Jackson is, he's 5'10 for bantamweight, which is very tall, and he uses his range well. He has good takedown defense, and I think his stand-up is better than Blackshear's. So I'm going to pick Montel Jackson to pick him apart on the feet and win a unanimous decision. Next fight, we have Joshua Van versus Charles Johnson. Charles Johnson's been on a roll recently. He's on a 2-fight win streak. He just beat Jake Hadley. But I think Joshua Van is going to get it done by decision. Charles Johnson is really good, but he's really good against wrestlers because he has really good takedown defense and he's good at getting back up. But Joshua Van is a pressure-heavy boxer. He usually takes the first round off, and I do expect him to lose the first round, but I think he just has the better, more powerful shots. He's going to beat up Charles Johnson's body, and that investment is going to work well for him in the later rounds. So I'm going with a 29-28 decision by Joshua Van. Next, we have Josh Frem versus Andre Petrosky. Man, Andre Petrosky, what happened? He used to look like a semi-decent prospect, like not a champ by any means, but he's a powerful wrestler. He was offensive wrestler too, which you don't see a lot of at middleweight. But he got smoked by Michel Pereira, got knocked out by Jacob Malkoun's hip. And in that fight too, forget the weird knockout, he looked lost on the feet. Malkoun was lighting him up, and Malkoun's not known for his striking necessarily, so that wasn't a good look. He went to war with Gerald Meerschaert, and you shouldn't be going to war and winning a razor-close decision against Gerald Meerschaert if I'm to believe in you as an up-and-comer. And Josh Fremd isn't much better, but I think he's tougher. I think he's on par with the grappling, and I think he will clinch Andre Petrosky, and Petrosky will slow down. I think he will beat him up on the cage. He might lose the first round, but I think he will get the next 2 rounds. So I'm going with Josh Fremd. But like I said, he's tougher. Like when he fought Roman Kopylov had to really put it on him to finish him. It was one-way traffic, don't get me wrong. But Josh Fremd wasn't like a one-punch KO like Andre Petrosky has been recently. Jasmine Judavicius versus Fatima Klein. Fatima Klein is taking this on very short notice, and she is also a strawweight fighting a flyweight. And all that is just kind of leads me to pick Jasmine Judavicius. I think she will get a ground and pound TKO. When she has top position, she is nasty, and she has a really crazy pace and can land a lot of shots, a lot of nasty elbows. And Klein, again, she's smaller. She hasn't beaten the caliber of names that Judavicius has. Judavicius has beaten Miranda Maverick, dominated Miranda Maverick, especially in the second and third round. Her last fight against Priscilla Cachoeira, absolutely 10-8'd her every round. Ultimately, she finished Cachoeira in the third, but beat the crap out of her. Fatima Klein hasn't fought any names of any real value, so she's smaller. So I think Jasmine Judavicius is going to win this one. I think she will get the finish, TKO or possibly a submission. Now we have Luana Santos versus Maria Agapova. I think this is a pretty clear-cut Luana Santos for the win. If she gets a takedown, she is going to submit Agapova. Agapova just has poor takedown defense, and she has a lack of jiu-jitsu awareness. She just seems to get, anytime she's on the ground, she seems to get herself in the worst position she possibly can. And I just can't trust her anymore. She's got really good stand-up, but she doesn't have KO power to make me believe that she could finish it on the feet early. So Luana Santos, first round submission. Now we have Christian Rodriguez versus Julian Erosa. I'm going to go with Julian Erosa by decision. Christian Rodriguez has beaten some really good prospects. Raul Rosas Jr., Cameron Simon, Isaac Dalgarian. But he beats people by breaking them with pace. He usually weathers a storm and then uses his cardio to dominate in the later rounds. But I don't see Julian Erosa slowing down. He has really good cardio. He's a really good grappler too. So I don't think Christian Rodriguez is going to dominate him there. And you need power to beat Erosa. Erosa's problem is his chin. He can get dropped easily. He can get finished. I think he's going to be able to get the better in the grappling exchanges, and I think he will win by decision. Next up, we have Gabriel Bonfim versus Anže Lusa. This one I'm going to go with Bonfim by submission. I know he got broken by cardio in his last fight against Nicholas Dalby, but Nicholas Dalby is super underrated and is extremely hard to finish. And if you can't finish him, he will drown you, and that's exactly what he did to Bonfim. I don't see Anže Lusa being able to do that. He hasn't finished anybody in his run in the UFC so far. He's super tough and durable, and that might get him farther in this fight, but I don't see him being able to capitalize even if Bonfim is tired. So I think Bonfim will get it done. Plus, he's super aggressive on the ground, and he's really good at finding submissions, whether it be like a Von Flue choke or he's got a nasty guillotine. So I think he's way too dangerous, and I think he will get it on the ground. So Bonfim, I'm going to go a first or second round submission. Now we have Drew Dober versus Gene Silva. I'm going with Gene Silva for the upset win. He's taking this on very short notice. He just fought on the last card on the UFC 303 pay-per-view, and he knocked out Charles Jourdain. Now he's jumping up a weight class to take on Drew Dober. I am going to be going off the meme. I don't think Dober's going to be motivated for this one. And Gene Silva just straight up has more aura right now. I think Drew Dober lost it when he got knocked out by Matt Frivola. He just doesn't seem to be that same super dangerous guy. I know he is, but he just doesn't have that fear factor he used to have, it seems like. Especially in his last performance where he was just off against Renato Moicano. Gene Silva just has the aura right now. He's very flashy, very confident. He's emoting. He's got a great variety of weapons, way more kicks. And I just think there's going to be a skill gap. There's going to be a confidence thing. I think Gene Silva, obviously feeling himself if he's able to take this fight on a couple weeks' notice. So I'm going to go with him by decision. All right, now we have Santiago Ponzinibbio versus Muslim Salikov. I'm going to go with Ponzinibbio by KO. Both guys are older, but Muslim Salikov, his durability has just plummeted recently. His cardio is very suspect. He'll do all right in the first round, but will slow down. He got KO'd by Randy Brown. Got beat up and dominated in the stand-up and grappling by Nicholas Dalby. Ponzinibbio, when he loses, he's having razor-close fights with Michel Pereira, Jeff Neal, Kevin Holland. That fight was very close. He'd lose because he would get rocked in moments. That's always a worry for Santiago Ponzinibbio. His chin has kind of let him down recently, but I think he's so sharp. He's got nasty leg kicks, powerful jab, and I think he will be able to beat up Muslim Salikov. I think he will KO him in the first or second round. All right, now we have Rose Namajunas versus Tracy Cortez, the main event. I got to go with Rose Namajunas by decision. I think her striking is way better than Tracy Cortez. She has more variety. She's got really good takedown defense. She has the experience, championship experience. She's fought everyone at the highest level of strawweight. She had a super competitive fight with Manon Fiorot. She looked technical against Amanda Ribas and just kind of beat her on points. It wasn't the most exciting fight, but she clearly won. And I just think this is just too much too soon for Tracy Cortez, who has gone to split decisions with lesser opponents, and she hasn't really, other than Jasmine Judovicius, doesn't really have a great win on her resume. So this is a big step up, plus she's taking it on short notice. So got to go with Rose Namajunas. I think she will win a unanimous decision. It always worries me with her because she could have that performance like she did against Carla Esparza in their rematch, which she should have won that fight if she actually wanted to, but had the most bizarre and boring fight of all time. So that is a worry because that did happen recently. But if she shows up like she did against Ribas, I think this is going to be a clear-cut win for her. So that's it for the predictions. What a card. Not a good card, but it is a card. I'll be honest, I wish Dober versus Silva was the main event. Can you imagine that going 5 rounds? Something tells me that would be a lot more fun to watch than Namajunas versus Cortez. If it does indeed go that far. But what are you going to do? Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Post in the comments what you guys think, and I will see you in the next video.